hard work. I'm gonna make a video. Let me talk to the people a little bit. What's going on, guys? Ryan Huddlestone back here today. New name, new job. It seems kind of unreal to be able to say that I'm the manager of Hull City so early in my career, but I am, and I'm kind of being exposed right away to how hard of work I'm gonna have to put in to really keep this job and to thrive in it. Right now, I'm just applying to all the preseason tournaments that I can find. A lot of them aren't in England, so I have to, work on my Spanish. Hola, me llamo Ryan Huddlestone. Yo soy el manager. That kind of thing. Just kidding, but obviously my Spanish is a little rough. I haven't used it since high school, back in the day. And yeah, I've also been inquiring for a few players. FC Copenhagen, my hometown team, FC Dallas, even Anderlecht in Belgium. I focused at first on the American players that I know, MLS players that I've become familiar with in my time watching soccer there, but I'm really branching out into Belgium and into other places to wherever I can find the right talent for the right price. Because I know there's talent everywhere, and it's just really about the price that we're willing to pay for players. And it's all new. It's all new for me. I'm learning the ins and outs of the transfer business, talking to a lot of experienced managers that I can talk to, and they're really willing to give insight, and I'm really appreciating that at this time. So, yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed seeing me kind of develop as my life at Hull City starts, and hopefully continues to go just as well as it is. I know it's hard work, but I love putting in this kind of work, and I can't wait for the results to come. So, see y'all soon. What's going on, guys? This is Ryan back here. I hope you enjoyed the little intro. And as we jump right into the first gameplay of the series, we go through our preseason tournament invites. We get invited to the Europe International Cup, and so we're going to go ahead and accept that one in Spain. It's had the most money to be won. And so here we go through our first emails. They want us to reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup or Capital One Cup, which I think is manageable. They want us to look for a center back. And also, whenever we finally get down to it, they want us to win the league. So in my first season as a really young manager, they're expecting a lot out of us. And I really think that I can probably deliver with the squad that we have, but we'll definitely be making some transfers, especially in this episode. So let's get into it. So here we are, we're getting into the first training of the series, and we have some of our good potential youngsters. We also have the captain, Tom Huddlestone, who I'm very fond of, if you can't tell already. Everybody gets B's or C's, and it was decent. As we push on here, we check out a transfer budget, about $17.5 million, $50,000 on the wage. I adjusted a little bit, but I think that's a good amount. I think we'll be able to get exactly what we need to win the title like they want us to this season. So here we go through the squad report. We have good depth in a lot of positions, really only 3, maybe 4 good center backs, so we'll look to strengthen there. Left back is really, really good with Andrew Robertson, one of our most promising players, and one of our best players already. We have a couple on loan from Arsenal, Isaac Hayden, later we'll see Truba Akpom, but Tom Huddlestone, what an absolute beast. As we check him out, he's about to run out of his contract. We can't be having that, so we go ahead and sign him up for 3 years, the man that we share a name with now in this series. But he'll definitely be getting the starting role when his 42 stamina doesn't get in the way. How do you have 42 stamina, by the way, and be a professional soccer player? Questions need to be asked. EA, what are you thinking? Striker-wise, we have Aluko and we have Hernandez. I really like Hernandez, and also Akpom on loan, a few other. We'll send out all these high 50 overall players on loan for the first season, maybe sell them. They really don't have a lot of potential, so. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So we get into our first transfer offer as we get a transfer offer for Andrew Robertson from FC Bayern Munich. I think that'd be a bit of too big of a jump for him, so I'm going to go ahead and reject that. Also, he's one of our most high potential players. But Bayern Munich, For a Hull City player, come on, EA. And here we're jumping into our first preseason friendly in the tournament against Zaragoza. I don't know. I'm trying to speak Spanish maybe, but we're starting our full strength 11. And this isn't exactly the debut that we wanted. As you see, we went 1-0 up through Hernandez, but straight away Diaz equalized, and it kind of only went downhill from there. But you know, I guess it's the start. But obviously we send the game, so we don't really know how the team played or anything. In the end, we get the loss in our first game, which is a little bit embarrassing, but it is preseason, so hopefully we'll sort out the kinks and we'll get on into the next match. Transfer dealings, we go ahead and jump into the second game against Nice from France. Hopefully this is a winnable game. It's showing us as the away team, but obviously it's neutral as we're playing in Spain, even though we're playing two Spanish teams in our group, so it's not really neutral. But we get the lead through Maloney in the first couple of minutes, and then they go ahead and get a red card. So I thought, you know, surely that'll be game, set, and match. So I go ahead and skip here in a second. Right after they go 1-1, and then Robertson goes and gets himself sent off, so we end up drawing the second game, and 1 point from 2 games is not what we wanted to see the start of our season. So here we're going in for John Brooks, the American international, just trying to strengthen the depth of the center back position. And we'll also, in a minute here, after we offer $6.5 million, going for Omar Gonzalez, players that I'm really familiar with. Clearly that I'm going for first, but I don't know if we'll end up going for them in the end. Just options now. Yere, also another really young center back that I didn't really know about, but he has good potential, and so we'll go in and offer Bilbao's second team $6.5 million for the young potential center back. We're going for Jorge Merhe, the center back from Sporting Gijón. Really good talent, and we're going to go ahead and offer $3.25 million and see what we get back. Matt Miazga, another MLS American center back. This guy is really good in real life. I really rate him, and hopefully we can get him into a Hull City here. He's got about 82, 83 potential, starting at about 70 overall. I think he'd be good for squad depth, and he has really good potential going forward. So yeah, we'll go ahead and make an offer here. And here we're going for Mauro Diaz. He's an attacking midfielder from FC Dallas, which is actually the MLS team that I support. And he's just a really fantastic player, especially in real life. I don't know about in the game as much, but we're going to go ahead and offer the creative Argentinian midfielder from FC Dallas and just see what they say for $5.5 million. Next, we're going for Daniel Amarte. He'd really be able to add to the squad depth, and he has really good potential in our center of the pitch. He's a strong, really physical player. He's a bruiser, and I think he'd kind of bring the exact tenacity that we want at Hull City, so we're going to go ahead and offer him. Also, going in for Linder Dindocker from Anderlecht, as opposed to Yori Tielemans, a little bit more generic, but I think the other young Belgian center midfielder could also do the job for us here at Hull City in a little bit more of a realistic fashion. So our acquired for Daniel Amarte comes back, and they actually say that they'll take an offer that's ridiculously low, around 3 or 4 million. I can't really remember, but we go in for 3.4 million after they said 4.2. That's right. Okay, so that would be a ridiculous bargain. So we're going to go ahead and do that clearly. And Mohamed Besic, who I also inquired for, comes back from Everton with 6 million, which is really low compared to what I thought they'd say in double digits. So we go ahead and offer 4.7 and just see what they say, but I think they come back and reject that later on. So here you just see me offering contracts to a lot of players. I started off with Diaz, Miazga, Jorge Merhe from Gijón, and the youngster from Bilbao was just, it's their, I guess, his first professional season, so they're not willing to sell him. Gonzalez and Brooks also offering them contracts, and here we go into the final match, and I go ahead and skip it, not expecting anything since we lost our first, or we lost one and drawn one, and we go ahead and smash Almeria, who was at the top of the group, and it actually forces us through. So we're going to go ahead into the semifinals here against Las Palmas, I think, the Spanish side, but first we're going to go ahead and get some training in. So here we get the offer accepted for Dendocker, and we go ahead and offer him a contract. I really like this player. I think he's got good going forward and coming back. And we also get Daniel Amarte, his transfer offer accepted for $3.4 million. Hello? That's a steal for a really good potential kind of physical brute in the midfield, and we go ahead and offer him $10,000 or $15,000 a week. I can't exactly remember, but we also offer Gonzalez another contract, getting a little bit greedy. Miazga wanted his $15K as well, and Besic they wanted more for. So what a legend. Tom Huddlestone, you know, he didn't. We're playing in the semifinal match, nothing really big, and he just comes back and says, you know what, boss, I don't really want to play, so I guess we'll take him out of the lineup. Clearly, he's the main man in the series, so we'll give him his rest. It's 42 stamina, kind of needs a break every once in a while, I guess, so just thought that was a little bit funny to stick in the video. And here we get to the game against Las Palmas. I go ahead and skip it, and we get the 1-0 win, so we're headed to the final against, who is it? Okay, it's against Almeria, who we beat actually 3-0 in the group stage, interestingly enough. As you see, we're going through some more transfer business. Diaz wanted more money, John Brooks wanted more money, wanted a bigger squad role. You know how it goes in career mode. But here we get Jorge Merhe, who we actually accept as the center back that we wanted to sign. And Daniel Amarte as well, we get to the contract offer for him. We go in from Mo Besic, and Gonzalez declines again. But I'm just really excited about Merhe. I think he's a really good potential center back, and he's also good enough almost to start now. So we rejected, I think, Diaz, Brooks, and Gonzalez because I just think they were too much money. But here's into the final. We sim it, and 0-0 for now. Nothing really going here. So we'll go ahead. I think we'll go ahead and skip it here. And we do, and we get the 5-4 win on pins. Snodgrass goal in normal time. And oh, excuse me. Okay, so we actually accept Merhe now, but we get the win. We reject Miazga because we don't need two center backs. We have decent enough depth there. Diaz reject as well. And yeah, so we also accept Don Decker. I'm really excited about him as a player. I think I've said that a few times, but after a little bit of delivery, I couldn't decide if I wanted to go for him or Amarte. And in the end, I decided to go for him. And I also decided to go for Daniel Amarte too, just to get that squad depth in that position, as well as really good potential. So I'm really excited about those two transfers. So just to recap this episode as we go through a little bit of training, we signed Amarte, we signed Don Decker, and we also signed Jorge Merhe. 3 young players with good potential. They're not the highest potential, so it's not a little bit unrealistic or anything, but we signed them. We won our preseason tournament, barely, after scraping through our group. We won in penalties in the final. And yeah, I think it was a really good episode. Next episode, we'll actually get the start of the championship season, as well as kind of the wrapping up of transfers. So if you have any transfer suggestions, now is the time to leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll get to go look at them. So for now, it's been Ryan from Motion FIFA. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Whole City Career Mode, and I'll be back next time, and we'll get into the championship season, so I hope to see y'all then. Peace.